76ers facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, and we'll be checking in with Allie LaForce from the sideline moments from now. And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
Here's Mitchell going inside. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve. And one of Mitchell's great attributes, strength and explosiveness at the rim.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
The drive by Mitchell. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Stolen by Mitchell. And he's good on the three ball. Mitchell's got 7.
You got to chase Mitchell out of the corner, or he will drain those all night.
Well, Greg, we know it is SPida. Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Hunter. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Down low. Here's Mitchell. He takes it in. Offensive rebound. Count that one for Mobley.
And that's just opportunistic basketball. And Mobley carving out space and then cashing in on the second chance opportunity.
Allen with the rebound. Cleveland has come out of the gates quickly. It's a 5-point game. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And what a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. The Cavaliers want Evan Mobley to rip and run. Coach Kenny Atkinson said, with him pushing it in transition, he's just scratching the surface. You see him handle the ball sometimes, and you're like, man, this guy is a point guard. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, but tremendous skill level. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks.
And I tell you what, Ball has excellent speed. He's got good size, and his savvy shows up right there because he's cutting right into the heart of the defense at just the right time.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in. You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Ball, such a terrific passer. He seems to have a sixth sense, nice feel, which is hard to teach.
Here's Maxey. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Now, Maxey. Following DeAndre Hunter's three-point attempt. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside, Maxey. Out to the right wing. Edgecombe, no good. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. Finishing with force. Whoa.
Shook that building all the way up.
And you want to talk about hang time. Edgecombe is still going up while others are coming down.
Here's Mitchell. Takes it inside. Oh, he misses the dunk. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. He got into double digits. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Out to Nance. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Edgecombe. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Cavaliers trailing. Greg, we know something every scout liked about B.J. Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go. Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Maxey makes things happen with his hard work and determination as a scorer.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. GA, you hear about 3-level score, but is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Pass to Drummond. Back to Maxey. Now Grimes. Offensive rebound. And Drummond throws it down.
One of the key components of Drummond's game. He's an intimidating presence on the offensive glass.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Back to Ball. Mitchell outside. Mitchell, explosive finish.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he missed it, I don't mind them taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And it's good for 2.
With the speed at which Maxey plays, that pull-up is almost impossible to deal with.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of this. No good on the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. The 76ers leading by 4. Now McCain.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
They set the pick. Pass to Wade. And then Wade slams it in.
You got the slick passing skills that Ball has. You love exploiting the defense in the pick and roll.
And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, "We still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something." Guys, back to you.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Here's Embiid. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mitchell. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
And you got to clog up those lanes. Mitchell just explodes to the rim when he gets to that launching pad.
Here's McCain. Ball with the rebound. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Cleveland. Trailing by 2. And Mitchell drills the 3.
And got rid of it promptly. Mitchell wasting no time.
Here's McCain. Pass to Grimes. Driving to the basket. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Now, here's Hunter. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Cleveland.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
And here's Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And Embiid drops them both.
He's a big guy with a soft stroke from the charity stripe. You love to see that.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Back to Mitchell. Good! Donovan Mitchell down low.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mitchell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone. Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Here's Nance, and Nance slams it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Mitchell outside. Nice move. It's rebounded by Edgecombe. Will it go? Buries the long-range jumper. Edgecombe's got 8 points.
Locked and loaded. Edgecombe firing at will.
The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The first one falls.
At the line for Cleveland.
Ball hits them both. The 76ers trailed by 9. Pass to George. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside ball. Mitchell outside. On its way from Hunter for 2. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Stolen by Ball. Pass to Mitchell. Maxey with the block. And he's able to get it back. Mitchell picks it up and puts it in.
In a volume score, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That's foul number 2 for him. Puts it up off the inbound.
And love to see the effort from Mitchell at the defensive end, getting a hand up and challenging that shot.
Inside. Out to Nance. And stolen by Maxey. Now the 76ers on the break. Took it the length and buries the 3. Maxey's got 26 points.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference. Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
Pass to Hunter. To the paint. Mobley. Goes back up. Wide open look. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Maxey with it. Now guarded by Ball. Good D by Mobley. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Oh!
Man. Wow. The athleticism of Maxey. Impressive.
On the wing, Nance. For 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. Driving the lane. And that one drops. McCain's got 6 points.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps the case simply that some kind of motivational speeches at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Here's Mitchell. Mitchell to the rack.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And timeout call by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And timeout call by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Well, they have one thing to talk about. How do we stop this guy from knocking down threes?
Stolen by Ball. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Maxey. Outside for George. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Strong move and a little spicy, too. Embiid's passion for the game, the way he plays, I love it.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
To the middle. Here's Drummond. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down. You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got 11 in the second half.
When Maxey is clicking on all cylinders, he is a tough guy to slow down.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one, with one of his shots falling.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as...
Down it goes!
Take that rack down!
What a slam!
Oh, what an amazing finish there. Just fearless in when he attacks the rim, and it's as if the big fella wasn't even there.
For 3, Mitchell. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Pass break, Philadelphia. A shot by George, wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid.
You've got to be alert to where George is out on that perimeter because that jumper of his has become dangerous.
And now the 76ers on the break to take the lead. He drills the 3. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Mitchell fires. What a response. Hitting a 3 of their own.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Paul George. And he hits from 17.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Ah, the basket is good.
Well, we saw this from Hunter in the tournament. When Virginia won the championship, he was a clutch performer.
Maxey. Good. Lays it right in there.
No fear in Maxey, folks. This guy's ready for the big moment and welcomes the challenge.
Cleared away by George. Maxey with it. He's picked up by Nance. And the shot goes in.
Wow, Edgecombe making plays when his team needs it most. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others. Tyrese Maxey with a big-time play down the stretch.
Mitchell. Oh, the dunk.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Maxey into the lane. Mobley there for the rebound. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for the Cavaliers. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Maxey.
Not just the perimeter threat now. Maxey very adept at converting in close, too.
Fires the three. Down it goes for three.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Maxey connects on the J.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And an intentional foul right there. And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Timeout.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
And the 76ers call time here. They're down by 4. And what's their best move at this point?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, those were big free throws right there. It's exactly how you want to close out a game.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one. Now, here is George. And so they foul intentionally.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
He's able to hit the second one, and that stretches their lead to 8. Mitchell with the steal. And that's an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And Mitchell drops them both.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were